Welcome everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. So today we are going to go through, I think, some of the questions in the Social Studies Paper 1, the 2017 paper. I don't want the video to be too long, so I'm going to do half of the paper today. So we're doing about 29 or 30 questions. All right, so right now I'm going to share the screen so that you can actually see the questions while we go through them. All right, great. I'll try and bring this up so that you guys can actually see the questions. All right, great. So question 1 says, what relation is Morris Brown to LA Green? First of all, it is asking you to study the diagram. So if you get a question like this to study the diagram, the first thing to do is actually look at the diagram, interpret the key properly, and also don't look at the questions until you study the diagram, because the questions might influence how you interpret the diagram. And we don't want that, because sometimes your interpretation can be incorrect, right? So you have to be careful. Good. I only have 40 minutes to do this, so I'm trying to move as quick as possible and to ensure that you are actually learning and grasping the concept, because I don't want the 40 minutes to run out and then I don't finish, right? Because this is a free Zoom. Right, good. So study the diagram. So Peter Brown, the equal sign means married. So Peter Brown is married to Elsa Black. Then they have Ishmael, Ravid, Joy, and Emma. So they have 4 kids. Ishmael married to Nora Pink, and they had Morris, Leo, and Giselle. Good. Morris got married to Anna Sanja. Joy didn't have any kids. Ravid didn't have any kids. Emma got married to SYD Green, and they had 2 children, Lai and Trevor. So study and know what the diagram is saying. Good. So this is an example of a family tree. So what relation is Morris Brown to LA Green? A, uncle. B, cousin. C, brother. D, nephew. So the answer is B, cousin. Correct. What relation is Trevor Green to Peter Brown? Is he a son, a grandson, a granduncle, or a grandfather? The answer is B, grandson. Good. Question 3 says, Maxine Lewis lives with her unmarried mother and father. The relationship between her parents can best be described as A, friendly, B, conjugal, C, common law, D, compassionate, right? So again, Maxine Lewis lives with her unmarried mother and father. The relationship between her parents can be best described as A, friendly, B, conjugal, C, common law, D, compassionate. Remember, in my previous video, you can look on my channel and see that I gave some tips on answering multiple choice items. In multiple choice, there's always a distractor, meaning one answer that has nothing to do with the question. So here the distractor is D, compassionate. That has nothing to do with the relationship. So it's either friendly, conjugal, or common law. The most appropriate answer here is C, common law. Good. Question 4 says, which of the following statements best describes a conjugal family? A, one or both parents may be absent from the home. B, offspring have become adults and have left home. C, family relationship is developed through marriage. Or D, family relationship is developed through bloodlines. So anywhere you say conjugal, it has to mean marrying. Good. So the answer is C. Conjugal family relationship is developed through marriage. So you're going good so far if you and I have the same answers. Number 5 now says, which of the following is not a typical feature of low-income families in the Caribbean? Is it A, they are usually self-sufficient, B, their homes lack educational facilities, C, they often have a large number of children, or D, the children are often contributors to the household? It says which of the following is not. So 3 of them are features, but 1 is not a feature. So you need to find out the one that is not a feature. So the answer for question 5 is A. They are usually self-sufficient. Low-income families are never self-sufficient. So the answer for number 5 is A. Number 6 now says the custom of parents selecting future husbands and wives for their children is most closely associated with our ancestors from A, India, B, China, C, Africa, D, Europe. This question is very tricky. And even in our department, we're having a raging debate, right? So first of all, let's eliminate 2 answers. Certainly not Europe, because that's not a custom in Europe, right? Certainly not Africa. So we are down to 2 answers, India and China. Good? This happens in China and it happens in India. But remember, with multiple choice, we're looking for the best possible answer. Even though it happens in China and India, but it's more large scale in South Asia. And if you look on the map, South Asia is India. So it happens predominantly in India. So the answer for number 6 is A, India. Good. Number 7, which of the following would most likely result from women working outside of the home? Is it decline in family values, improved standard of living, or higher self-esteem for women? So out of this now, you must select 2. So A says 1 and 2 only, B says 1 and 3 only, C says 2 and 3 only, D says all of the above, 1, 2, and 3. Good, so you must select the best 2. So it says which of the following would most likely result from women working outside of the home? So the answer is C. What would result from women most likely working outside of the home? The answer is C, 2 and 3. So improved standard of living and higher self-esteem for women. Number 8 says, which of the following is least likely to be important to a man and woman who are planning to start a family? Which is least likely important? So all of these answers are important, but you must find the one that is least important. So is it A, health, B, social status, C, financial status, D, stable relationship? So this is easy. Health would be important. Financial status would be important. Stable relationship would be important because you want the child to grow up in a loving home. The one that is least important is your social status, right? So it doesn't matter how people see you in society or how wealthy you are. That's least important. Good. Number 9 says, which of the following is the least likely effect of drug abuse on family life by one or both parents? Is it A, physical abuse of children, B, increased rivalry among siblings, C, emotional tension among family members, or D, insufficient money for children's education? So the answer for number 9 is B, increased rivalry among siblings. Number 10, the type of care associated with the elderly is described as A, geriatric, B, old folks, C, pediatric, or D, senescence. That's pretty easy. So the answer for number 10 is D, senescence. Number 11, which of the following is not a way by which traditional customs are kept alive in the Caribbean? A, archives consisting of local oral history. B, villagers organizing folk festivals annually. C, families practicing ancestral dances regularly. Or D, government supporting senior citizens home. Remember it says which one is not a way. So your 3 of them are ways to preserve traditional customs, so you must find the one that is not a way. So the answer for number 11 is D, government supporting senior citizens homes. That's not a way of preserving traditional customs. Number 12 says, which of the following types of households in the Caribbean is most closely associated with ancestors who come from India? A, sibling, B, nuclear, C, extended, D, single parent. So the answer for number 12 is C, extended. Very good. So you're doing good so far because we are identifying the descriptors. We are looking at keywords that the questions are asking so that we have the best chance of identifying the correct answer. Good. Number 13 says, members of a formal group are more easily identified than those of an informal group because A, formal groups have written rules, B, members display similar behavior, C, members are likely to wear uniforms, or D, formal groups serve their communities. So the key word here, the key words, sorry, are formal groups and how they are identified. So what is used to identify a formal group? One answer is there. So the answer for number 13 is C. Members are likely to wear uniforms. So when members have a uniform, you know exactly which formal group they are from. So for example, schools, you know the school based on the uniform. You know that it is cadet because of the uniform. Understand that? Very good. Number 14, Ralph is the leader of his school's choir. He makes all group decisions without consulting his other group members. What type of leader is Ralph? So this is saying that Ralph do everything on his own and he doesn't consult anybody. What type of leader is he? Is it A, democratic, B, participative, C, laissez-faire, or D, authoritarian? The answer for number 14 is D, authoritarian, because those persons, they don't take talk from people, them operate like a one dad. Good. Number 15 says, which of the following are characteristics of a strong leader? Is it A, willing to make decisions, B, always keeps a serious face, C, always lenient with members, D, allows members to make their own decisions? Remember, when you're looking at the question, it's not what you like, but what the question is saying. It says, which of the following is a characteristic of a strong leader? So let's find the characteristic now of a strong leader. So the answer for number 15 is A, always willing to make decisions. That's a characteristic of a strong leader. The other characteristics are characteristics of weak leaders. Keeping a serious face doesn't negate the fact that you are a strong leader or you're a weak leader. Understand what I'm saying? Number 16 now. Which of the following is the best example of compromise? Right? Compromise. You have to know what the word means, or you can use context clues. Good? A, workers are arguing in a cafeteria line. B, two students involved in a writing contest. C, a football team working together to win a match. Or D, a husband promising to clean the house while his wife does the cooking. Which one is compromised, right? Is it workers arguing in a cafeteria line? No, that's not compromise. That's a conflict. Good. Two students involved in a writing competition, writing contest, sorry, that is competition. So that's not compromising. A football team working together to win a match, that's not compromising, that is cooperating. So the only likely answer left is D, a husband promising to clean the house while his wife does the cooking. That is compromise, because traditionally, women are responsible for domestic duties, right? So the man now have a compromise, go beyond the norm to actually assist her. Very good. Number 17 says, the Constitution of Commonwealth Caribbean countries guarantees citizens freedom of conscience, expression, assembly, and movement. These freedoms are usually referred to A, citizenship, B, civic duties, C, human rights, or D, independence. So the answer is these rights and freedoms. Simple. Number 17, the answer is C, human rights. Number 18 now. Samuel broke one of the school rules. He was given 250 lines to write. The above is an example of a right, B, norm, C, ritual, D, sanction. So if you break a rule and they are going to issue some sort of punishment, that's an example of a sanction. So number 18 is D, sanction. Number 19. In which of the following countries is proportional representation practiced? This now, you'd have to have the background information for proportional representation. But even if you don't know this, based on the suggested answers, you can eliminate. So is it A, Guyana, B, Jamaica, C, Barbados, D, St. Vincent? We can eliminate Jamaica, because we that live in Jamaica know that we don't use proportional representation. Here, we use first past post system. If you're watching this and you're from another Caribbean island that participates in CSEC, you can eliminate your country if you know that they don't use the proportional representation, or you can select your country if you know that you guys use the proportional representation. So here, if you don't know, you can eliminate and then make an educated guess. So the answer for number 19 here is Guyana. Guyana uses proportional representation. All the other countries, Jamaica, Barbados, and St. Vincent, uses the first past the post system. Great. So number 20 now. The plan proposed by political parties for managing a country is published in a document called A pamphlet, B, a manifesto, C, a magazine, or D, a constitution, right? The plan proposed by political parties. Now, you can use question 17 and eliminate. So we know that it's not a constitution. A constitution entails, or constitution contains, rights and freedoms, good laws and sanctions. Great, so we know it's not a constitution, right? It could be a magazine, manifesto, or pamphlet, right? But remember, we're looking for the best possible answer. So the name for the document that political parties usually put out to say what they're going to do if they're elected is called a manifesto. So the answer for number 20 is B, manifesto. Number 21 now. A political campaign is a method used by political parties to A, give voice to the people, B, give donations to the needy, C, encourage persons to vote, or D, get funding from the public. Let me hear your answer for number 21. Let me read the question again. A political campaign is a method used by political parties to A, give voice to the people, B, give donations to the needy, C, encourage persons to vote, or D, get funding from the public. So what is the answer for number 21? Let me hear it. Correct. The answer for number 21 is C. Political campaigns encourage people to vote. Very good. You're doing very good so far. Number 22 now says that Caribbean countries where the Queen of England is the head of state may be described as A, republics, B, monarchies, C, democracies, or D, dictatorships. Anywhere you hear queen or king, right, it is always referring to a monarch. So the answer for number 22 is B, monarchies. Number 23 says, which of the following is not normally dealt with by family courts in the Caribbean? What is not normally dealt with by family courts? Is it A, divorce, B, child custody, C, probate of wills, or D, alimony payments? Family court, only thing here that is not dealt with by the family court is C, probate of wills. The family court deals with divorce, child custody, and alimony payments. Good. Number 24, the main function of a prosecutor in the judicial system is to A, issue a summons to a witness, B, provide counsel for the defendant, C, present arguments against the defendant, or D, determine the verdict at the end of a trial. All right, so we can use the process of elimination to get rid of the distractors or the answers we know are not correct. We know prosecutors cannot determine a verdict because that is left up to a jury or judge. So easily we can eliminate D. So we are left with three answers, A, B, and C. Can they issue a summons to a witness? That could be a possible answer. Provide counsel for the defendant? Could be a possible answer. C, present arguments against the defendant? Could be a possible answer. But look here, what I normally do, this is not always correct, you know, but this is what I normally do. If I don't know the answer, right, remember I'm going to make an educated guess now, because some of you, if you look upon this question, you might not know who a prosecutor is. You see, because two of the answers speak about the defendant. In my head, I would be thinking, if I'm going to make an educated guess, this is if I'm going to make an educated guess, I'd be thinking in my head, boy, them talk about the defendant 2 times, so one of these must be the possible answer. If I eliminated one already, so I'm left with 3. So I'm going to select one of the defendants, right? Because I'm going to make an educated guess. So it's either provide counsel for the defendant or present arguments against the defendant. So the answer for number 24 is C. The prosecutors normally present arguments against the defendant. Number 25 now says, which of the following are items of expenditure for a government? Is it 1, salaries for civil servants, 2, old age pensions, or 3, custom duties. So which combination is correct, right? Answer for number 25 now is A, right? 1 and 2 only. The items for expenditure are usually salary for civil servants and old age pensions. These are usually expenses. Expenditure are usually expenses for the government. So salaries are what the government have to pay out of them coffers. Old age pensions are what they have to pay out of them coffers. So they have to pay over these money to citizens. So those are expenses. Custom duties are what the government gets from persons, right, who are shipping things. So that wouldn't be an expense to them. So the answer would be salaries for civil servants, old age pensions. So 25 is A, 1 and 2 only. 26 now says, which of the following statements best describes the functions of a government which follows the Westminster model? The Westminster model is what all countries who are constitutional monarchies mean. So if you're living in a country that is a constitutional monarchy, right, you should have a general idea of how the system works. Good. So is it A, it rules the nation entirely by decree? B, it makes laws, interprets them, and enforces them. C, it makes laws but cannot interpret or enforce them. Or D, it makes laws, interprets them, but cannot enforce them. Which of the following statement best describes the functions of a government which follows the Westminster model? Right? This one, some of the answers are closely associated. So it rules the nation entirely by decree. Or B, it makes laws, interprets them, and enforces them. C, it makes laws but cannot interpret or enforce them. D, it makes laws, interprets them, but cannot enforce them. All right, so here's what I want to do. This is a challenge for all those who are watching. So for number 26, you are going to put your answers in the comment section, and I'm going to tell you if your answer is correct. So for 26, I want you to place your answers in the comment section. All right? 27 now. Which of the following are non-taxable sources of government income? So this is saying what sort of money or revenue the government gets that is not by taxation or not from taxation. So is it A, export earnings, B, patents and licenses, C, grants from donor agencies, or D, earnings on goods and services? So the answer for 27 is B, patents and licenses. So those are not taxable earnings. Good. 28. A country's constitution may be changed by A, a referendum, B, national elections, C, national registration, or D, local government elections. Constitution can be changed by a referendum. If you don't know what a referendum is, please to Google it so that you can have a greater understanding of what the term referendum means and how it actually works. Good. Number 29 now, we are up on our final question. It says that which of the following is not included in the written constitution of a country? Is it A, methods of taxation, B, responsibilities of citizens, C, powers and functions of officers of the state, or D, powers and responsibilities of parliament? So the answer for number 29 is A, methods of taxation are not included in a country's constitution. All right. Thank you guys for watching. We only do up to number 29 because I don't want the video to be too long so you get bored and not focused. If you want me to make another video with from questions 30 to 60, please say so in the comments, and then I'll make the video and actually go through the rest of questions and present the answers. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.